Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today we have a lot of crypto news from CYBRMonday, and we're going to jump over onto her blog, see what kind of things it is the season of giving. So we're going to have some opportunities for you for that, as well as other things happening in the world. So we'll be right back with some news. Welcome back, Mame. How are you?
I'm doing well, Lisa. I'm doing really well. I'm actually in my new little office. I'm off of my room and back in my office. I organized a little bit, so new setup.
Great.
The walls are the same color, so it doesn't look like a new setup.
Well,
right?
I see all the new artwork behind you, so I wondered if you were just swapping out artwork or if we were in a new location.
We have 2 layers over here, so you get to see a little above too. So. Have massage right here. Okay.
Very nice. Yes, we need to keep Julian in the forefront.
Julian is with us.
Bless his heart. Gosh. Well, the holidays are upon us. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was fabulous. My little one had 10 days off school. So the house was really filled with so much love. We did a Christmas tree. We ate a lot of turkey and we bought a Roomba and she loves it. Oh. She is running around the Roomba.
That's funny. Is she like chasing it around?
Chasing it around, trying to place things on top of the Roomba. Like she wakes up in the morning and she's like, let's go turn the robot on. She nicknamed him. And she says it's her new pet, and I love it because it's the only thing that helps me cleaning around the house. So,
yeah, well, we can all use all the help we can get, especially with little ones in the house. My goodness, I'm sure she made more messes than it could clean up.
But. Yeah, glitter everywhere. So Roomba is my phone.
Yeah, little girls and art projects, and then Christmas. Yeah, glitter everywhere. That's too funny. Well, staying with the holiday spirit, you were telling me about a project, some good works that you're involved with over on your blog, and I want to make sure to share this link with everybody so they can also help out.
This was an exciting weekend, actually. It's actually a couple of posts below, but with so many things happen over the weekend. On the 25th of November, which was actually Thanksgiving, it is also we celebrate the women who suffer domestic violence. So it's a known day in which people come together to donate for women that suffer from domestic violence. And my partner in Brazil, we also do a crypto show in Brazil, Katia. She's actually from Portugal, but she lived in Brazil and she likes supporting Brazil because it's a third world country and there is a lot of poverty there. And she got challenged for doing a solidarity campaign, and she picked an association called Fala Mulher, which helps women from domestic violence, and they basically have safe houses. They like a safe haven for women that are in that position to go to. And we felt that introducing them to cryptocurrencies would also help these women gain a little bit of financial knowledge. So they are very open to knowing more about crypto, and we are excited to be helping them, develop certain things in their program as well. But in this campaign, people can just donate. They created their own Bitcoin address, their own BNB address, and I told them to do a Litecoin address for our Litecoin family as well. And now they are educated, they have, they have their safe wallets, and now they can receive funds that are going to directly help these women and their children. In some cases, the help goes to the women and the children. And the fun thing is, anyone who join in and donate, if you do up to a 30 real donation, which is a $5 for a US person, $5 to $10, you can sign up to go on a drawing, and you can win NFT, you can win, a 101 courses with some pretty incredible Brazilian traders and Brazilian crypto specialists. So it's more for the Brazilian crowd, but I do feel that, anyone can contribute. You don't need to be Brazilian to know about this. The article is in English right now, or it's in Portuguese right now, but I am translating it at the most tomorrow with all the links and everything, so you guys can join in.
And so everybody can go to your website, go to your blog, mommycrypto.com, and find this after tomorrow.
The headline probably tomorrow in English. Actually, it's not that one. Go back one. That one is actually.
Sorry, I don't speak Portuguese. You can tell.
But that's my partner. She is the responsible. That's good because you highlighted her. I just helped on a minor way because I am actually doing the NFT for her. But, and I'm donating that. And of course, I donated funds as well. But this is the majority of the work for this campaign was done by her. Go a little more below because I think it has gone down because so many things happen. I was present in an event in Brazil as well, virtually.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure why it's not showing on yours. Maybe because that's weird. Let me send you a link because it should be below.
Send it to me in the private chat and maybe I can.
Yeah, that's strange that it's not showing. I'm like, is that a googly thing? Because it's on mine, it's right underneath the Crypto Noticias. So Info Crypto, then Crypto Noticias, and then it would be the second article underneath that one. Yeah, this one, the white article. Yes, that's
this.
The one.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. You can click on it.
Get link. Okay. So now I'll put it in here. Post a comment. Paste. And then I'll go back and change it in the description because I put the wrong one in the description. So now the one in our, if you guys are watching this video later, I put the correct description in, or the correct link in the description of this video. The very first link that you see is to that video.
There you go. And I promise by tomorrow I'll have an article that's going to have all the links and possibly even the QR code. I'm going to see if I can get it in, so it makes it super easy for everyone. I know our crowd is smart on that sense. So
yeah, definitely. And I mean, even if you want to donate and donate your whatever the prize or the winning, I mean, that would be really cool to donate, especially if you're getting a session or something. Donate it to one of the women that are, in that situation.
Oh, that's a great idea. You could sign up for the prize, and if you win the prize, you could donate to the actual ladies of Fala Mulher. That's fabulous. Yes,
that would be really cool. And then what is this on yours? Are you doing Christmas cards again this year?
Doing Christmas cards again this year. I added a couple more new designs. They are really, really selling. Like I just, they are picking up, and I think it's because of the Christmas, the crypto year. It's been such a abundant year for us. And my best-selling product is the Bitcoin wrapping paper. I have a really fun Bitcoin wrapping paper.
Oh, how cute.
I know. I have it in Litecoin. And I just launched the Ethereum version, and I call it Wrap It in Ethereum. I'm just kidding.
Very cute.
Right? I mean, because it's you gotta
What
wrap
a
it in.
great idea to get some gifts for the holiday too.
I
Um,
know. I'm actually gonna put it in the comment for you. My little the Bitcoin my best selling product, because that one is really fun and everybody gets a kick. And today it's 50% off. So
oh,
I
cool.
think it is a good deal. Sometimes I think it's a little, expensive because, Zazzle, it's their prices. It's not me. Okay, everyone.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't know how that
So,
worked. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it is how they price it. So it's the manufacturers all over the world, and you basically just create the design and add the print. So, but as we do the show, because my computer froze, of course, I'll add the link
Oh,
for you guys to
okay.
see the Bitcoin to the moon rocket design.
I love it. Adorable. Super
Yeah.
cute.
Um,
I love it. Well, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. What
good.
else do we have going on? Then we can jump to a little. We
Well,
started off on a good foot. Something positive.
more positive stuff is in Salvador, Bahia, which is Brazil's fourth biggest town. We had a huge conference. It was called Start Crypto and Crypto Start, and it was organized by, the top Brazilian speakers. Rodrigo was there, Solange, so many great people. These are people that are like developers for Ethereum and Risk and Polygon. They are like smart, so many smart folks. And I couldn't be there personally, but I had my time there, and I had a recording there talking about NFTs and educating people about the technology, and launching my course in Brazil, which is aimed to help artists and content creators and musicians to learn the ABCs of NFTs, so they can, have a wallet and know which marketplace they want to be in. So
That's awesome.
I
I didn't
know.
know that. Well, and I knew we had this little bit of Brazilian news that I ran across, I think on Friday, that Brazilians were now buying and selling and able to hodl Bitcoin through the Mercado Libre app, the largest Latin American company. So lots of things happening in Brazil. I didn't know you were also a part of that big conference too. So
Super exciting. Mercado Livre in Brazil is the equivalent of eBay, you guys. It's
oh,
the
okay.
eBay version of Brazil. When eBay launched in Brazil, they launched as eBay, and it didn't work out really well. So they called it Mercado Livre, and they turned into one of the biggest, secondhand marketplaces. You can resell your things and all that. And it's super popular in Brazil. So that's definitely huge.
That is really huge. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, let's see. Which way should we go? You want to
Ooh, well,
do
I
old or
think
new?
I think we should go backwards if we
Okay.
can. Skip the first one. We just had a little overview of the Ripple case, but there was really
Yeah.
nothing new, you guys, nothing other than saying that things are going to extend into next year. So there
Yeah.
you
They
go.
kind of said that it was like basically they're just barking at each other. And then they said that,
No parties
yeah,
giving in.
there might be a trial next year if nothing
Tech is
happens.
really
So,
mad, and Ripple has tons of lobbyists and legal teams, and they are really giving SEC a hard time. And because they can come into an agreement, it looks like they may be looking into going to trial next year. We'll see.
yeah. I did want to mention really quick. I think everybody has heard at this point that Jack from Twitter stepped down as a CEO, and the new guy to step in is this. I can't remember his name, Patel something. He's already made some really bizarre statements that seem like
Like,
he's very much for censorship and let's see, I'm not screen sharing right now, am I? No, good.
okay.
Um, let me see if I can find.
Looks like
Um,
we're not gonna last. I'm just kidding.
yeah, no, I'll be careful, but
I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Oh,
he was saying, let's see. Let me make sure I'm reading actually what he said.
I didn't read much about the news, so I just thought, oh, Jack is leaving, because I remember him at the Bitcoin conference saying that he wishes he could spend more time dedicating to Bitcoin. And then I'm
I was
like,
going to say that is a positive thing.
yeah,
If you look at this at all, he said that if he could do anything, he would want to do more with Bitcoin. And he also said that he really wanted to, as much as people get on to him specifically for all the censorship that we see on Twitter,
yeah.
he said that he wanted to create a decentralized, non-censored platform. So maybe there's something like that coming. I don't know.
I mean, immediately that's what because sometimes we do talk about the media and everything, but sometimes when, especially a celebrity or a big CEO or a tech guy, fintech, when they say something, we are not really certain in which,
Right.
background and which, but this, I heard it personally from him on the Bitcoin conference. So I'm like, okay, I heard it from his mouth. So it's something
Right.
that I truly believe he may be stepping down to dedicate some time to, more decentralized projects. However, you could be right, maybe because he is this amazing idea guy, thinking to lead the company towards this decentralization path. Maybe he got squeezed out of it and say, you know what, maybe I don't belong here anymore, because the crowd and the mentality here is different. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
It'll be really interesting to see kind of
yeah.
which way that goes, if you see more censorship or
I did not think to look at the new CEO. I don't even know his name yet. So interesting. I
it's
will begin.
this well, I won't even get into it because I don't want to get in trouble. But
Yeah.
there were some statements that were very harsh, talking about the difference in, Muslim people versus others, and then comparing that to differentiating between Black and white people. And it was just
Ooh,
very shocking
so
statements.
strange.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
really harsh.
Yeah.
But
It's
anyway.
not gonna fly.
So we recently had a little bit of a dip, the big crash of 2 days or 3 days or whatever. And I guess during that time, the brilliant Michael Saylor he and also El Salvador picked up some more Bitcoin. I heard a talk the other night, and I can't remember whose channel it was on. I think it was X22, and they were talking about how a lot of these, with the economy the way it is, and the stock market in such difficult, it had the Dow had that 900 point or more than 900 point drop on Friday, and a lot of these big companies, Tesla included, that they're really paper rich. Like their shares that's not really money. That's if they were to sell out their shares, then they would tank their own companies. And so even like Tesla saying, oh, should I sell off my stock? Well, to pay my taxes or do, when all that tweeting was going on, he's kind of, with what Michael Saylor's doing by putting Bitcoin in his company, he's really shoring up his company. And Tesla can do the same kind of thing, sell off his stock and put Bitcoin in it to have actual value in their companies. Because if they are trusting the stock market to hold it up, well, the stock market is lifted up or held up by US dollars, which we all know are being printed to nothing. So I just think it's really interesting to watch what's happening with these big businesses and in the stock market over this, next week or so.
Lisa, I have a degree in business, and I can never understand. I mean, I can understand the stock market from the investor's perspective. But when I look at it, I would never buy a stock without doing a true evaluation of the company. And it's not on its fictitious price. It's actually on its inventory, how many employees it has, what's their payroll, what's their break-even point, how much are they selling this year. Like, some companies, like, they have, because they are on the stock market, people keep buying, but the value isn't truly there. If if you actually sold all the items and blah blah blah, you're only gonna get this much. It's like overpriced real estate. It's like overpriced everything, right? So I think it's incredible that people are making a ton of money with this extremely, you know overpriced stocks. But I would like, I think, like, when Warren Buffett is buying, like, these mega investors, they are doing real valuations, and they are really looking into inventory. What do they hold? How many properties do they have? How many, like, you got to look at the real numbers on real solid things.
Interesting. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes more sense to me than what's happening right now
Yeah,
and what I'm
like
hearing
like
that's going on.
the WeWork. I think it's interesting because a lot of people think that things are gonna happen like they happen with Amazon. Yes,
Mm,
they're right. Amazon chose to lose money early on, so they could take over the market space. And yeah, people valued Amazon way before they actually were profitable. Yeah, that's one case that actually went okay and it survived, and everybody loves Amazon. But we see cases like WeWork and, concepts that people are putting a lot of money in, and who knows if it's really gonna work, especially on this environment that is ever changing. So I don't
So
know. I
that
think
was a
it's so
really
wild.
unusual business model that doesn't typically, that's kind of the one-off thing for that to work like that.
Yeah, I think it's just like funny, how the stock
Mm.
market works, how the world is working right now.
Yeah.
Nothing is super safe. You don't know what's gonna really crash. So
Yeah.
truly, diversification is a key right now, basically because it's a lot of it is all fictitious.
I would have to agree with you completely.
Mhm.
Um, we can kind of jump around, and we've got Thailand trying to, I think we mentioned this once before. I don't know if this is a repeat. Did we, does this sound familiar to you that Thailand's trying to draw crypto people to do it tax free to attract crypto hodlers? And says that crypto is a future. I think we had discussed this one time before about in Thailand, a lot of the people with crypto are very young people.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like we had talked about this one
A
time before.
little bit, but not. I didn't know that they want to be one, crypto tax haven, which is one of those countries that, just open doors for innovation and allow people to have a little bit more freedom because, they are innovating. It's technology and it's smart. I mean, we hope that we can continue to see more countries opening the doors for crypto.
Yeah. It's interesting to see this kind of,
There are
be
more
advocated for in different ways.
There are more country-related news too. I think it was Estonia's largest
Yeah.
bank to allow crypto trading, which is really cool. And it's not only Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, because sometimes you're gonna see these big institutions going in and going slow. This one is allowing Stellar, XLM, Aave, Uni, Matic. So they are really have a little bit of a broad portfolio for a bank, I think. So
And we have somebody that watches our show from Estonia because she won some crypto. So I wanted to definitely
yeah,
share
no.
this story. Yeah. So
By
I
the
thought this was
way,
exciting.
whoever you are, Lisa wanted to highlight that when she sent the news. She's like, we have someone from Estonia that watches the show, and we
Yeah.
wanted to
She's
highlight.
a Patreon member. So I won't say her name, but wanted to give her a shout out.
This one is for you, and we now hope that your bank now offers crypto for, easy,
That's right.
and that hopefully your neighbor is going to be like, hey,
Yeah, you can share this with your neighbor. Go Estonia. Very exciting.
Now let's talk about Kraken delisting Monero today. Or was it today or day
It was
before?
over the weekend, I believe, because I think it was while we were still at mom's.
So first of
Let's
all,
see.
not your keys, not your coins. If you have money on Kraken, make sure you, withdraw or do
It
your,
was the UK Kraken. So I don't know if that's also applies to the US Kraken. Um,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I know it was the Kraken UK
We are
listed
not
in
sure if
there.
this is good or worse. I'm just
Right. Right. But
this
if you
is
have
kind of worse.
Monero on any Kraken, I would get it off of there just in case they decide to do that on all of.
Yeah, we are seeing, more, I would say privacy coins are being eyeballed a little bit these
Hmm.
days. And I don't think this was expected, right? But we heard before talks that, some exchanges are going to be delisting privacy related coins. So that's something to keep in mind. And then we have Litecoin, with the Mimbo implementation, which will, after watching some Emmas and listening to some of Clubhouse meetings and really listening to Dave Burkett, I think it's interesting how they enabled it in a way that it's still going to maintain private for me and you, in case
Yeah.
we want to transact, but it will still have all the information regulators need in that layer one blockchain. So I think this is going to maybe open some more room, right, for innovation and still enable us to have the fungibility we really want, because honestly, it's not nice when you send someone some money and they can literally place your crypto address on Etherscan and then figure it out. It's too traceable at this moment. It's like
Well,
people
and
use.
also them seeing what's in your other wallets too, or seeing what's in who's, you know what I mean? That's one
Like
thing.
I go to the bank and I send a wire transfer, right? And then the person has access into my bank account, meaning they can see the transactions that went in and out. They don't know to who, right? Because it's just,
Right. But
so
still, yeah.
it's still not true. And actually, you can go even step further and follow that transaction and see who you transacted with money as well. And you can really just do if you have time in your hands, you can trace everything.
Mhm.
But so the fungibility would be ideal. You just want it to behave a lot more like money does, but it's still not enough that regulators will be like, well, if I want to look at something, how do I get, the information is not there, no, the information is here. Regular people can't access it, but you can, sir, they will be
So
something like that.
Phil C says Litecoin dev needs to quit dragging his feet and go ahead and I think that they are being strategic about their timing of implementation, to be totally honest. Especially when I was reading through that article about what's going on with Ripple. And there was a comment at the end of it that said that something about the SEC and Congress and how all these decisions are being made and all this, and that basically once at the end of this year, once Congress kind of closes, because we're in an election year, Congress is not, they're kind of inert and not decided, and no decisions will be made as soon as the year kind of closes for Christmas. And so because of that, no new decisions will be made about crypto. So there's something strategic happening with all this.
Okay.
And so no new decisions will be made until the new choices happen next year.
Gotcha.
So there's more going on here. So they're kind of in a lame duck situation as well. So just know, I think it's a good thing.
I think
But I think they're being
it's
strategic
not
about that.
rushed. I think amazingly, you do have to coordinate this with a lot of the miners. Everybody has to be, ready for this setup. So I thought on my perspective, it's just a regular delay, and it's still within the timeline when you look at some of the Ethereum updates and how long they take, and you never know. You want it to be perfect, so you want to make sure that you test it and retest it, and then that, but it could be that you are right. I mean, could be timing is of essence as well.
Well, remember that Litecoin is the people's coin. If you go back to Cliff High's data and all of that, and I mean, I really think that that's my belief, is that it's been, it's to be a payment. It's a payment, a method of exchange. I mean, we're seeing here's another cinema using it. That's got another 500 locations, 7,000 screens, 42 states, with a partnership with Flexa. So I thought it was really cool when the AMC guy tweeted out that he had gotten, BitPay to take Shiba, which then put Shiba in like all those BitPay locations. This has got Litecoin in this cinema, which using Flexa, we know Litecoin's already in Flexa, and we know how many locations use Flexa. That has all, if you guys download the Flexa app, you can see all the different locations and payment options. So it's all these onboard opportunities are there for this to be set up there. Christine Lagarde, which is the head of the IMF, made a statement over the weekend, I guess, that Bitcoin was not a currency, but kind of gave no substance or support for it. That was just kind of like almost like she was a little temper tantrum or throwing a fit. Like she just made the statement. But when you look at the Howey test and what Gensler said about it, it absolutely is. And so they shouldn't even be making judgments on it, to be real honest. And so that's where all of this kind of stuff is, I think, going to get fleshed out and moved along, where some of these organizations shouldn't even be, it's not even their place to be putting their hands on Bitcoin and Litecoin and all this
For
stuff.
sure. I think like when we look at it in 2017 and 2018, we saw that regulators wouldn't even address it. Like you wouldn't see Hillary Clinton talking about cryptocurrencies ever. You know what I mean? It wasn't in her mouth. It wasn't something that they worried about, because the space was like, in 2018 was only $400 billion, okay, in the whole crypto ecosystem. Now you're looking at 3 trillion,
right,
dollars. So all of a sudden, and you're looking at who was that used to criticize crypto a lot. It was the banks. It was JP Morgan CEO. It was, because they felt like they were direct competition with it. And they were like, hey, this is not nice. But these guys are slowly giving in. Like you see Visa doing partnerships. You see, they are announcing their transition. You see Citibank, hiring 100 new employees. So all of a sudden, who is really coming out with this kind of like, it's the governments now, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like even the banks are already saying, hey, we may have to give in. They don't criticize with the fierceness that they criticized before. And we are seeing a lot of criticism from, especially this week and the past weeks. It could be because the market is so high right now, right? We are possibly in the end of a bull cycle, and maybe that's in a way a way to scare newbies, which could be a good thing, right? If you actually diving into Bitcoin at a high price and maybe not have the funds and the patience to wait for a whole new cycle. So I don't know. It's so strange. I do feel like the environment has changed so much. And Christine, I mean, just like you said, you want arguments that have fundamentals underneath, and talk with substance. Just don't throw it out there, because
Right.
people are getting smarter.
Yeah. Well, and we're seeing, what happened in Lebanon. We were talking about that economy crashing, and now the lira has collapsed in Turkey. So we're seeing this happening all over the world, and that's got to make the IMF nervous. And then, we had made the statement about the third richest man in Mexico, saying, look at what they're doing in the US, printing the dollar, being so irresponsible that, they're devaluing the US dollar. So I think those are the people, the IMF are nervous about things like Bitcoin, because they know what people are seeing, that, it's the best performing asset in the last decade, that, all of those things. And now it's growing, and there are all these on-ramps that we've been reporting about and seeing. And so people could make that choice to opt out. It's all there. And we have that option that so many people didn't have in 2008, to make that choice and choose a different system. So
Yeah,
it's kind of exciting. Give the people the power back.
Yes, it's how accessible it actually is to people. If you actually, I got to read, and I commented on Wednesday on my Brazilian show about this Turkish news, and mainly because I'm really involved with Turkey. It's part of my family, so I hear from Turkish economy all day long at home. But one thing that is unique in Turkey is few things. Turkey has had problems, economic problems, and dealt with so many empire transitions. It used to be Roman Empire, used to be Ottoman Empire, it used to be the Greek. There was several empires passing over there, that they never lost their connection with hedging. So they are a culture that is hedging always. No Turk that I know has all their money in liras. It's very different from the American culture, that we all hold our money in dollars. We never felt, we never felt that the dollar wouldn't go away. Having dollars is great. It just keeps making more money throughout the world, right? Like if you hold a dollar, you are safe. But in Turkey, no. To the point that if you are a Turkish person, in your bank account, you could always hold two types of deposits. You could hold lira deposits or dollar deposits. So
interesting. Okay.
Very interesting. So the trust is dying so much in the lira that people are holding more money in dollars in Turkey as well, which just makes the lira lose more and more value. But another thing that is interesting is that Turkey is also very into precious metals. Like you could survive in Turkey and you could go to many bazaars and they sell little pieces of gold. They sell, like, you can really, it's part of the culture to give gold coins, to trade using silver coins. They are just, gold is everywhere. In all the bazaars, in every city, you could buy, trade gold in a very easy way. I would assume that if you had a moment like in Turkey right now, like Slovenia, we just talked about, a bank offering, deposits in Bitcoin, or other cryptocurrencies, if that was the case in Turkey, for example, there was a lot of people that would be jumping in right now just to hedge, So the world environment is just leading to more cryptocurrency action. It's just like the on-ramps may not be super accessible right now, the more they become. So that's why we highlight this bank news and things like that, because no matter what, this could really save people,
Yeah.
This could be the difference between your paycheck being able to buy you meat this month or not, and having to not, so not having enough milk in the end of the month because prices have gone up and you only make this amount of money. So if you basically receive your paycheck, on the first of the month, and, you place it on Bitcoin while your lira is going down, that at least you can resell it and still have the same amount of money or more by the end of the month, so it's sad, but it's losing value a lot.
And
However,
Bitcoin is that safe haven right now. I mean, if you look back, if you zoom out, it's really that safe place for people to go.
the people who hedged on Bitcoin a little earlier this year and the year before, they are definitely happier than the ones that didn't. That's
Yeah.
the unfortunate truth, no matter how much Peter Schiff barked that.
Yeah. Well, gold's down even, I don't
Yeah,
know, they were talking about it today, that it's down too. So
it's down. There you go. So it's all about the data. What's the percentage that it has gone up and what that it hasn't. So, and literally, people that hedged on Bitcoin are not regretting it. And a lot of people that didn't are saying, wow, why didn't I buy Bitcoin? I'm getting a lot of comments actually from friends of mine because I was in Brazil in end of 2019. I was there for the new year, 2019 and 2020. And of course, I cannot not talk about
I know.
cryptocurrencies because it's such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And and some people said, oh, I'm gonna buy it, I'll get into it, but life is busy and sometimes they don't, and now they contact me, they're like, oh, I'm so mad, I lost so much money on it just because they didn't dive into it at that moment in time when we had the chance, and I was there to help them with downloading their wallet, and they're like, oh no, I gotta do something else. So it happens a lot because it does take time of your day and it does take a little dedication to dive into it. And most people are just caught up.
I agree. I think everybody has that, little bit of, and I guess that's where then FOMO comes after that. You have the, stalling or whatever. And then once you miss out, then you have the fear of missing out afterwards. So that's all part of the education process.
It is. And maybe you dive in the incorrect time, but you hold on a good, if you be patient, you are going to be relaxed and enjoy the whole process.
Yeah, definitely.
Like us.
Yeah. There was all kinds of, I really was anticipating, a lot more of a pump after the Thanksgiving, just because I shared this one tweet with you just because this is what I was seeing a lot of. It says, my toxic maxi cousin just called my altcoin degen grandma a you-know-what coiner. No good. Thanksgiving 2021. Because I thought, well, everyone's going to get home and they're going to talk about, what they made on their shit coins. And because we were hearing a lot of news about, Shiba and, like I said, Adam, the CEO of, of AMC Theaters was really proud, posting that he had, gotten BitPay to support Shiba Inu. So then he's like, I asked, AMC can take Shiba for online payments. So they're the first BitPay client. And he's like, imagine the timing of this. So this is going to make BitPay, like I said, has all these locations. So this is huge for Shiba. But I thought, all these people are going to be at home at Thanksgiving. And I thought it would just make Bitcoin pump like crazy, which I guess it's up, but it didn't go crazy like I thought it would.
It's one of those things, you never know. Sometimes I think it's going to be fabulous. I did too. I was like, market is going to go up. And then I went like, wah. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. All right. No black.
But I think maybe because the stock market went down so much, maybe that kind of countered it. I don't know how that all affects a little bit. But there's still a little bit more Shiba news. They said, so here's a Vegas auto gallery if you guys want to buy a car with your Shiba. Because I know I had, especially my Patreon, I had done a video with SL and I think with SL and Maya back in May or March, I can't remember. And so we have a bunch of people that got into Shiba really, really early. So they may want to buy a fancy
I'm
car or something.
I know that one. I'm afraid I'm gonna FOMO in. I'm just kidding.
There's others you can
But yeah,
get into.
that's we are all the time. There is always something new, so you can't get lucky with everything.
No, not everything.
Not everything, unless you diversify a lot, and then in the end of the bull run, you're gonna end up with a lot of bags. I've done that before.
Sure. Just
So,
remember to take your profits on the way up.
right, exactly. Grayscale, we have another one that the
Another
Grayscale is the
grayscale.
first NFL digital currency to partner with the New York Giants. So, Grayscale is huge. I mean, they surpassed some of the major investment funds in terms of managed portfolios. I mean, they are really up there in the trillions, I would say, maybe billions, or I don't know, but they hold a huge amount of money, and now they are doing their marketing, right?
Yeah, now we have to remember and give props to Litecoin because Litecoin did it first with the Dolphins. Litecoin Foundation had the first NFL partnership with the
Oh,
Dolphins. Remember?
yeah, that is
They
true.
still have the partnership with the Dolphins, buying your tickets and doing that lottery with the Dolphins. But congratulations, Grayscale, for catching up.
Yeah, there you go. And you still love Litecoin too, and Litecoin kind of is in there in the package. So Litecoin.
Yeah, and Litecoin, Grayscale has a Litecoin trust as well. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
So good stuff there too.
And
And then this is exciting. More schools learning in Slovakia about Bitcoin in the classroom. So that was exciting.
that's really cute. That's what every country should be teaching.
Yes.
And we have South Park also, right? Saying we only accept Bitcoin, which I thought was really fun. I love when Bitcoin gets, showcased in the mainstream media, and South Park is really funny.
Well, and South Park, now we can do a little woo woo, but South Park, Simpsons, and is it Futurama? There's one other that have done some episodes where then stuff in them has come true. So it would be, maybe it's
a prediction.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've seen, it wouldn't surprise me, a lot of the world sometimes seems like we are living in a simulation and that things have been predicted somehow to me, especially after I got to dive into Bitcoin ban, and, a couple of years back, I was like, what the heck? He's really happening.
Well, when we realize how much they've lied to us about our history and all that, when you start learning the real history, you're like, wait, what? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened to the census
If you
that many years ago? And yeah.
Maybe we are just a South Park episode.
It's very possible. Very, very possible. Goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to touch back on the giving opportunity in your blog
you,
before we
Lisa.
leave.
Actually, let's see if I can find the link. My computer always freezes when we are doing
Of course.
Yours does too.
Yeah, always. It's always
not just me. And but I'm gonna try to find the link direct to the QR code. If you go on the blog post and you click on the video, sad thing is, good chance you're not gonna understand because it's in Portuguese. But if you scroll through the video, we showcase the QR code many times throughout the recording. So that's something we do. But in the description of the video, you will also see a link that takes you to a project that is called holdbtc.com.br. And that's one of the partners that challenged Katya for this campaign. And this project is really fun. And in there, you have a page where you can do your donations, but you also can see his project, which is basically he's showcasing Brazilians' dollar cost averaging and showing them
right?
how much he has gained. Yeah, holdbtc.com.br. I wish I could see you, Lisa, but I'm crashed right now.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, I think I'm showing where the two ladies are talking, and there's a QR code.
Perfect. There you go.
So that must be it.
And there is a BTC address. We only showed the Bitcoin address during the recording, but there is also a BNB address. And let me see if I can send you on Twitter while this is.
Okay. And I'll look on Twitter while we're.
It's a little tricky to get there.
But this is in support of victims of domestic abuse and domestic violence in Brazil. These are women and families that are escaping that in Brazil and Sao Paulo and surrounding areas. They're helping to get them into safe houses. And this is a great way to give during tomorrow. Is tomorrow Giving Tuesday?
I think the campaign is going to be on until the 22nd of December.
Okay.
Yes. And on the last day, we are going to give the prizes. To participate, you got to donate. To actually be eligible to win the prizes, you got to donate a minimum of 30 reais, which is about $5 to $6, which is a very small amount when you convert to dollars. And there is a Telegram group that you just drop your transaction ID, and we'll add you to a drawing. And on that drawing, you can win either an NFT that I'm crafting by hand. So it's an art piece that I'll be making by hand, similar to the pieces that I have in the back here. But it's going to be something related to Fala Mulher with their logo. It's going to be really beautiful. And you can also win other prizes, which is like a crypto steel. There are some classes with some Brazilian crypto specialists. So if you do join the drawing and if you do join the campaign and would like to participate on the drawing, I'm going to have a new article. I promise to have by tomorrow with all the links to make everything super easy for you guys.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you for telling us about that. And then you guys, you can also check out Mame's Christmas items. So on her Mame Crypto, mamecrypto.com blog. So check that out. All the links are in the description for that. And you guys can be a part of that for Christmas and get some of those cute items as well. So that's awesome. And then the description for the one item that is, did you say 50% off? The one Bitcoin item?
Everything is actually 50% off today. There is a site-wide sale today, 15% off on wrapping paper, pillows, Christmas cards, and I have a lot of Bitcoin-related gift items. So mugs, you name it. You're going to find even lamps, towels. And then, of course, some items are not 50%. There is a sale on everything today, either 20 to 50%. But a lot of the top sellers, which are the cards and the wrapping papers, those are 50%. I double check, and it's a great deal.
Perfect. Well, thank you for sharing that. Okay, so everybody go check that out on her blog, mamecrypto.com. And today is a great day to do some Christmas shopping. So perfect.
Lisa, we are also having the Cyber Monday sale on the Litecoin Foundation store. I also wanted to highlight because on the Litecoin store, on the Litecoin Foundation store, there isn't a promotion very often. So, and
Oh, okay.
are the classic ones, you know, the Litecoin shirts, the Litecoin jackets, the hats, and everything is 50% off there as well. So I do invite you guys
That's it.
to shop at the Litecoin store as
What's
well.
that website?
It's the Litecoin Foundation. You go into the litecoinfoundation.org,
.org. Okay.
litecoin-foundation.org, and then you go shop. And in there, you're going to see a bunch of fun products and the code, the actual code. If you go on the Litecoin Foundation Twitter, you can find the code, but the code is CYBR Monday, Cyber Monday, short for, let me write for Lisa on the private here. And CYBR Monday. And that is active until tomorrow midnight. And then it's kind of like the last chance to grab Litecoin official products at a discounted price. And just know that while you're doing it, you are supporting the development of Litecoin and the Litecoin Foundation. So,
okay, I'll put that in the description as well. Paste Cyber Monday.
We have tons of new products. If you go Litecoin shop, you're going to see a lot of fun little things. I added a lot of new products, and we have a special 10-year logo collection. So that's something we're not going to have it forever. And I think that's pretty special as well, because it's, you see right there, shop, Litecoin shop. You see learn, foundation, news, and then.
Okay, let me make sure I save all this on the description as well, so everybody can find it later who's watching later. So you'll be able to find the Litecoin Foundation website, the code that is good through tomorrow evening, and then you can find Mame's website, and both of those half off through Tuesday night, sounds like. So lots of good shopping there with 50% off. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's awesome.
I know, it's like crypto shopping. I know.
Good stuff.
You got to take advantage of the holidays, right? And
that's right.
It's cool because it's what better to use a brand that is decentralized. You know, if I want to market something now I look at name brands when I go to the mall, and I'm like, I don't like that. I like my Bitcoin shirt now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Decentralization, that's me.
Yeah, get the word out there, and start repping stuff that benefits you, benefits our society, and
and I always get compliments too. It's like when I walk around with my Bitcoin or Litecoin, you know, crypto stuff, I always find like-minded people. So
that's true. It's a great conversation starter for sure.
For sure.
Well, you guys make sure to spread the word as well. We're going to be in Florida, St. Pete's at the hangar. We're really excited about having Big Swear there. We're trying to get Snippy there. Maybe he'll drop in with his helicopter. Miriam Haneen will be there. Hopefully Mame will be there as well.
Trying, Lisa.
She's trying.
Family.
I know. We're going to see. We're talking to Kenny Bozak about coming down with Crypto Rice, and just going to have a great time. So we will have a great big party to end the year, and hope to see you all there as well. So
that is a good chance. Okay. It's happening. So I'll let you know soon. I just been so busy. I can't keep up with everything.
I know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I know. This weekend was crazy. But now my little one is back in school, so I promise I'm going to get back into shape this week.
Okay. All right. Well, you let me know as soon as you know. All right. Well, we'll take care, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We will not be on YouTube, but we will be streaming on Twitter and on Odyssey. So find me over there, and I'll be with Amy Fulmer, and looking forward to seeing all of you guys over there. Take care. Have a great day.